Long before the first empire was forged in dust and fire, and long before the first temple dared to touch the sky, there was a goddess, a deity so powerful. She was feared by mortals and gods alike. Her name echoed through the ages: Inanna, Ishtar, the queen of heaven and the mistress of the underworld. Her beauty was the stuff of legend, an inspiration for poets and a reason for prayer. But her wrath was a force of nature. Kings would crawl to her altar, begging for her favor, for they knew she held the power to crown them in unimaginable glory, or to drown them in utter ruin. They knew she was both creation and destruction. Ancient clay tablets, etched by scribes who trembled as they wrote, tell her most chilling tale. They speak of her descent into the land of the dead, the great below. But she did not go as a humble visitor or a lost soul. She went as a conqueror. At each of the 7 gates, she was forced to surrender a piece of her power, her jewels, her royal robes, her very divinity. Stripped bare and vulnerable, she faced the queen of the underworld. Yet, even in that state, her raw presence sent terror through the spirits of the dead. But what goes down must come up. When Inanna returned from the abyss, the world itself held its breath and then broke. Rivers overflowed their banks in furious floods. Vicious storms howled across the plains, tearing cities apart. The harvest, once bountiful, bled dry, leaving famine in its wake. The world learned a terrifying lesson that day. Nothing, not even a goddess, returns from death unchanged. Some scholars believe she demanded offerings of passion, war, and blood, a gruesome price paid in the suffering of entire nations. Her rituals were intense, her followers consumed by a divine madness. Others whispered a darker truth, that Inanna was not merely a goddess of love, but the very force behind every obsession, every burning desire, every unstoppable frenzy that seizes the human mind and refuses to let go. She is the radiant morning star, the herald of a new day, and she is the creeping evening terror, the shadow that consumes the light. She is a goddess who walks in brilliance, but reigns in absolute darkness. She is Inanna. She is Ishtar, and her story is a reminder that the brightest lights often cast the darkest shadows. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the shadows of the past. If you're fascinated by the mysteries of ancient gods, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more tales from the edge of history.